So I have to ask you, because there is this whole revolution that's going on with the youth of India today, especially online. People are quitting concepts like pornography completely. People are embracing concepts like celibacy. There is something called the no fap movement, which is again basically brahmacharya. And that's coming back to the youth of cities. So, sir, can you explain the role of celibacy in spiritual growth as well as mental growth? Like, what does it do for a human being's mind?
Now, see, celibacy, I don't think is a practice. It is something that happens to you. When you
Okay.
have total contentment, when you have lot of energy, when you get that energy of bliss, of samadhi, whenever you had a taste of samadhi, celibacy happens to you naturally. You don't have to force on yourself. Yes, moderation and uh, celibacy has its own benefits. It is its own charm. It has own energy level. Definitely, it has. So I'm hearing from you for the first time that there is such a fad in the youth. I think this is a cycle, in the world. Sometimes when people go through this and then uh, different tendencies come up and they go. Even for example, sex for people, they don't do it all the time. I don't think anybody does it all the time. They have seasons. They have, times when they feel the urge in the body. Now, unfortunately, we think sex is bad. Should not be taken as a bad or a sin. In this country, it was not seen as a sin. It's a Western thought we adopted in this country for several centuries now. At the same time, brahmacharya is considered to be a vrat and vow which is uh, very good and which is in the path of yoga. This is very important and makes a lot of sense in that, because it's the same energy which gets transformed into love. It's one energy
Yes,
in
sir.
the body that that is either sex energy, or it converts itself into love, compassion, anger also. People who suppress sex, sometimes they become very angry.
Hmm.
The same energy gets an outlet in anger. But if the same energy is channeled through meditation as love and compassion, then you see that you are in bliss all time. You don't
Yes,
have
sir.
to make an act to experience bliss. Bliss is
Hmm.
there with you with just meditation.
100%. So I feel that celibacy combined with the spiritual practices like meditation, like living a clean, ethical life, that is the real key. And it's
Correct,
not
correct, correct.
just abstaining from sex or abstaining from masturbation or something.
Yeah, you see, you force the abstinence on you, then it comes to you from some other distorted form inside of you. You become irritable, angry, and emotionally imbalanced. Sometimes you are not so clear in your communication, thinking. All these sort of psychological issues will arise out of it.
Yes, sir.
If you want to practice celibacy, you must do yoga and meditation. Then you will see it's not an issue at all. It has become a natural thing for you. You are not forcing something on you.
Also, the parallel way of thinking could be that after the age of 25, if you get married to the right person and if you are engaging in sex with that person, you are channelizing that sexual energy as love energy within a marriage. That would also be correct, right?
Yeah, correct. It's definitely. No, what I'm saying is, if you are using your energy into a creative um, um, channel, you are putting it into some
Yes.
creativity or in service or even in studies, sex is not a botheration at all. Nobody is bothered about sex when they have exams. See, at those times they are so busy. And when you have an important mission to accomplish in life, that is not some issue that comes into your head. Similarly, when you are serving people, when you have love and compassion in you, sex is not an issue at all. But when you are focused only on yourself, your pleasure, then it's a natural instinct. You should not
Yes, sir.
say this is bad or sin, I have to get out of it. No, it's a natural instinct. Honor it and then go beyond it. That's what I would say.
That's beautiful, sir. So, I mean, I feel that when you do meditation, when you do good in the world, even if your work impacts the world, all that causes spiritual growth. But is it correct to say that when you are in a very loving relationship, or when you are in a very healthy marriage, or when you have children and you are giving the children love, do you grow spiritually through those processes as well? Like when you are spreading love?
Yes, certainly.